I'm just going to tell you about this Bluetooth speaker I got for £2.99 at the Bargain Buys store in Exeter. And it came in a box with a load of very weird English on it, so we didn't really know what it was capable of doing. Anyway, it turns out it's got a Bluetooth connection. So if I turn it on,
Bluetooth mode.
then if I connect the phone to it, so it appears as a Bluetooth device called TH10SU. So then in the Bluetooth mode, if you press the wheel in, it pauses or plays the music. Like that. Then if I turn the wheel left, it will go back to the beginning of the track. And if I turn it right, it will go on to the next track. Now if I press and hold the selection wheel, it will change input mode.
FM mode.
So it changes to FM, which is supposed to be, I guess, an FM radio, but it doesn't really seem to do anything. I can change the volume by pressing and holding the wheel in each direction, and then it beeps if it gets to maximum volume. And I'm guessing if I push the wheel quickly, a short press should tune the radio, but it doesn't actually find anything apart from some weird noises. But hey, what do you expect for £2.99? And then if I press the wheel again,
AUX mode.
it goes to an auxiliary input mode, which as far as I can work out is supposed to be on the micro USB connector via an adapter lead, but the only lead that came with it was a normal USB lead for charging, so you can't really use that input unless you pay as much as for the speaker for a lead for it. Oh yeah, by the way, that's the on-off switch. Then there's also a card reader slot, which I haven't tried, and a USB slot, which you should be able to plug a USB memory stick with MP3 files into. Again, I haven't tried that. But to try and get the auxiliary input mode working, I decided to try and find out where it was connected to. In the bottom you can see that if you pull this rubber pad back a bit, you can reveal two screws, one each side, and take it apart, and then we can try and trace where the wiring goes from that USB connector. So the outer connections, the outer two pins are going to be the power, so they're used for charging, and then some of the middle three pins will be where they've wired the audio input to. So I've traced the wiring to that USB connector, and the outer two pins are the power connections, the ground and the 5 volts for charging, and then the next two pins in are joined together and I guess they're the audio input, and then the middle pin isn't used. So those middle 3 pins would usually be the data and a mode select line. So what I've done here is I've soldered on a wire just temporarily to that middle connect between that those two connections that are joined together on the USB and a ground, and taken that away to a phono plug at the moment just for testing, which is going to the back of this DVD player. And I've turned it, I'll turn the device on again. I'll start again with it.
Bluetooth mode.
So if I press the selection wheel in twice, I have to hold it in.
FM mode.
So that changes to the FM radio, which doesn't seem to work very well, or at all.
AUX mode.
And then I press it again, it goes to all the auxiliary input. And now if I start the DVD playing, we should get sound from it. So that's successful. So I'm now going to put a socket on the side of the speaker for the auxiliary input. So I've just fitted the 3.5mm audio socket there onto the base of the speaker. So it's all reassembled now with the input socket on the side, which is a mono input jack because it's only a mono speaker. It's only got one input channel. So that's now connected up to the DVD player. So if I start the DVD playing, the sound's going to come out of the speaker. And in this mode, if I turn the selection wheel left, it reduces the volume. And you turn it to the right, and it increases the volume. And the beeping noise means you're at the minimum or maximum volume. So now I have just copied a couple of files onto onto a USB stick, so I can try playing those. So if I turn it on, now instead of defaulting to Bluetooth,
Play by USB drive.
and then again I can change track by changing moving the wheel to the left or right. And if I press and hold the wheel in either direction, it will change the volume. And then if I press the wheel in, it will pause and play the music. So I'm assuming the same thing would happen with the micro SD card, but the only micro SD card I've got is in my phone, so I can't really try that. Thanks for watching.